As soon as we headed off along the path, I was aware of a couple catching us up. Hello. Hi, I wanted to speak before. I was not sure if I should. Could you show me how to do that, please? Turning around, I recognized the girl from the cubicle moments ago. Under good light, I could see she was absolutely beautiful. Tall with a gorgeous slim figure, clear skin, and long blonde hair. She reminded me of that perfect girl in college who everyone envied. Untouched by acne or spots, her face was a picture of innocence and loveliness. I'm sorry to ambush you, but I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to do it like you. Nathan, and I turned to face her. Nathan's mouth was open, she was that pretty. A few feet behind her stood her man. A mop of curly blonde hair topped an admittedly handsome young face. He was about the same height as her but looked embarrassed or shy. How old are you? Nathan voiced what I was thinking, almost 18. Our parents brought us away after our final exams, before university. I'm Mary, this is my B, this is Peter. I guessed boyfriend was a loaded status. I'm Joe, and this is Nathan. We all nodded hello to each other. Peter stayed back a foot or so. You watched everything I was doing, I said, guessing she was talking about her appalling blowjob technique. Yes, but I wanted to ask, but did not know if I should, in there. What led you to even be in there? Nathan asked. Again voicing what I was thinking, Mary smiled. Oh, we saw it on socials before we left, highlights of the resort. We only arrived today, and we knew it was a place where we could be alone. Yes, I try, and Peter says he enjoys it, but he does not, come. We have only been with each other. I don't have anyone I can ask. I definitely can't ask my mum. When you did it, he came quite fast, so I know he liked what you did more than when I tried. What's in it for me, for us? I also didn't think Nathan would be too keen to just watch me showing her or to experience her learning. Behind her, Peter was looking at the ground. I would let Nathan try if he is gentle. Peter won't mind if he has also done it. Peter, how do you feel about it, mate? Nathan asked. I'm cool with it as long as we are honest with each other. Where are you staying? Peter said he would do anything Mary wanted. We found out Mary and Peter were a couple of hotels along from us, in a smaller boutique-type place. We also found they could not use their own hotel as their parents had room keys, and they were each sharing rooms with a parent. We talked about coming to our room, which seemed the logical and safest place. We told them we were going down to the late bar to watch the dancing. Peter didn't seem keen at all, but Mary was interested. I told them I'd taken part and that it was a lot of fun. I grabbed Peter's hand and led the way. Behind me, Nathan escorted Mary. We arrived while they were still getting volunteers up on stage. Nathan went to get 4 beers. Mary said she was a very good dancer and told us she had lessons. I stopped her from putting her hand up and said she might be better off watching once and seeing if it was her kind of dancing. I really hoped it would be, but I seriously doubted it was. We drank beer and got to know Mary and Peter a little more before the dancing started. I was pretty sure one of the girls was the same one I had danced with, definitely a plant. The dancers were a mix of ages and sizes, and over the next 3/4 of an hour, we watched them whittle down to the final 3. Mary and Peter were totally focused on the stage. They had stopped talking to us. They became more drawn in as the dancing became raunchier. We were at the back of the crowd, and no one paid us any attention. I wanted to touch Mary too, but she was on the other side of him. I wished I had stood between them. We talked over breakfast and agreed we would see Mary and Peter. Nathan messaged Peter, something very bland, to meet up in the afternoon. He also said we would be around the pool. Our hotel pool was open to non-residents, so a good place to start. I was horny all day waiting to meet them. I didn't need a drink to find myself thinking very naughty things. Nathan and I agreed I would take Mary and Peter up to our room and show Mary what she wanted. Then Nathan should go with her and let her show him what she had learned. We didn't think all of us being in the room to start with would be a good idea. But we did want to make sure we got as much fun out of the arrangement as we could. We both half expected them to be a no-show, to chicken out. They arrived slightly early in shorts and t-shirts. We had reserved a group of loungers on the far side of the pool, away from too many ears. This side did not get the sun until mid-afternoon, which kept it empty for now. We told them what we proposed and they both seemed keen. I asked Mary if she had ever even asked Peter what he liked and they both shook their heads. We chatted and Nathan went and got a tray of coffee to share. Half an hour later, I led Mary and Peter through the lobby of the hotel and into the lifts. I opened the door to our room and was glad to see the maid had already been. I found out that Peter had never gone down on her, and that they had only recently started doing anything together. They both blamed their strict parents and quite a lonely upbringing. I asked if they were ready to learn and experience new things and they both nodded enthusiastically. I took hold of Mary's thumb and proceeded to imitate a wet a few seconds. Mary looked uncomfortable. Do you see what I mean? Did you feel what I was doing? I wanted her to feel what I was saying to do. I also said there was no point in starting on Peter until she knew what she was trying to do. And no point just watching me do it. She had already seen that the other night. I said, Mary tried my finger again. You've got to really want this. Has no one ever talked about this with you before, not even a friend? Melanie said the geography teacher paid her to suck him off on a school trip recently. And what did she tell you? I wondered what myths had been perpetuated. She said she did it for about 20 minutes, and then he came. She said it was like a whole load of thick fish soup had been dumped in her mouth. She said it was disgusting. No, well, I only touched it with the tip of my tongue the other night, not really. Hold on, what have you tasted? Nothing really. I'd worried about not liking it or making me puke. This was going from bad to worse and I decided to push it and put her mind at rest in one go. I could see Peter staring at me. I'm going to try and show you a little of what you are trying to get. Why did you stop? Please don't stop. Okay, sit up again. Peter, after you come, how quickly are you ready to go again? The first time, pretty much straight away when I'm on my own. He grinned. It's time you started on the real thing. I guided her and every now and then would take over and show her small differences. Peter finally lay back again with his eyes closed, concentrating on the feelings. Okay, the best thing is to just swallow it. Mary hesitated a second or two and swallowed. She showed me her empty mouth. How was it? I asked. I can't believe it. It tastes sort of strange but not nasty. It is sort of thick but not. Thank you so much. I would never have been brave enough to do any of that. Peter started thanking me too. Seems like you two have learned a lot and had a great time. I guess it is time to repay the favor. They both looked at me eagerly. I urged Mary to go straight for it. She sped up and I could see she was really trying. I sat and enjoyed the view, proud of how quickly Mary had learned in the end. I looked at the bedside clock. We had been gone for nearly an hour and a half. Let's go and find Nathan. He will be wondering why we have been gone so long. Back downstairs we sat around in the sun for a while, Mary and Peter talking excitedly to each other. I had to warn them to keep the volume down as others might hear. I gave Nathan a rundown of what had gone on. Do you want to go and show Nathan what you learned? I'm sure he would enjoy it. I'm sure you will too. I pulled Nathan close and whispered to him that I think their first time really should be with each other, don't you? Nathan led Mary away around the pool. I handed Peter a bottle of sunscreen and asked him to do my back for me. I lay on my front and felt his nervous hands spread sunscreen on my back. I urged him to make sure my sides were done too. I also asked him to do my legs. I don't want to get burnt. I could feel myself getting turned on and knew other eyes would be watching this young lad. Eyes that would know he was not my husband. I offered to apply sunscreen for Peter and he seemed to reluctantly agree. 20 minutes later Nathan and Mary reappeared. Nathan gave me a thumbs up as he approached. Mary was smiling widely. You taught her well, really well. Nathan settled onto a sunbed. He tastes different than Peter, sort of stronger, but I liked it. Mary was excited like a kid at Christmas. Nathan, you should sunscreen Mary before she burns. Now the sun has come around. I held the bottle out toward him. No, I'm okay. I did not bring my swimming costume, just my t-shirt and shorts. We should get back to our hotel soon. Our parents will wonder if we missed dinner. Mary was all smiles as she spoke. Peter sat up and pulled on his shirt, and both thanked us. They got ready to leave. I hope we can see you later on. We have enjoyed today a lot. Something Nathan had never managed.